Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm Irene and this is Into the Books. For today's episode, I wanted a strong book. Her book was subject matter, was worth the money to buy it, the energy to read it, but most of all, worth your time. So I started to check my library very carefully, looking for the book, when, as if illuminated by an imaginary ray of light, I saw it. And I thought it would be an excellent idea to tell you about this wonderful book. I'm talking about House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, the first copy of the Crescent City saga. Bryce Quinlan is a 23-year-old woman, half human, half fae. She has a seemingly satisfying life, working in an art gallery by day and going from party to party by night, with no major problems or worries, until a brutal massacre rocks Crescent City, the town where she lives. There, Bryce loses her loved one, shattering her world into 1,000 pieces and leaving her heart desperate and very lonely. Now she's no longer looking for fun, but for something to help her forget the terrible events that changed her life forever. 2 years later, the perpetrator of the massacre is finally behind bars. But suddenly, the crimes begin again, and Bryce is determined to avenge all those deaths. She's joined in her investigation by Hunt Hatala, a famous fallen angel who's a slave of the Archangels, and who he tried to dethrone. His great skills and incredible strength are used for the sole purpose of eliminating his boss's enemies. But when chaos breaks out in the city, Hunt receives an offer he cannot refuse to help Bryce find the killer in exchange for his freedom. As Bryce and Hunt begin to dig deep into the Crescent City's sordid underbelly, they discover a terrifying dark force that threatens everything and everyone, and are swept up in an uncontrollable passion that could set them both free if they only choose to. The pain of loss, the price of freedom, and the power of love are the beginning and the end of it all. This saga is a little different from the previous ones written by the author. In House of Earth and Blood, the main characters try to solve a murder that in turn will lead to many others. I wish I could say that this story starts like all the typical ones, where the protagonists have to protect the world from a great threat. But I can't. Because believe me, this story is much more than that. For those who may have missed this trivial information, yes, I can confirm that Sarah J. Maas is my favorite female fantasy author ever. I love her writing style, the way she is able to create a new world with an intricate and compelling story where everything, even the most seemingly insignificant detail, could lead to something greater and unexpected. The only flaw I see in this book is that it is a part of an ongoing saga. The second book of the saga, House of Heaven and Breath, has already been published, and to put the icing on the cake, which is this episode, I will give you some good news. The third book, entitled House of Flame and Shadow, will be released in 18 days. Please, Sarah, don't let anything happen to ruin Ant or Azrael, because you will hurt a lot of your readers, including me. For those who are wondering if this saga is worth the hype, the answer is absolutely yes. But in my opinion, it's slightly underrated. It deserves much better consideration. Thank you for joining me to the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it all. Let me know if you want to be updated about the whole saga, or if you have already read it. Please leave your comments or opinion about it down below. I would love to read them. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell and share this video with someone you think could like it. As usual, I'll see you next week.